Here we go. We are live for the second match of the doubleheader, Revenge eSports against Xeno. This is a lower bracket round 1 game. So do or die for both of these teams. Lose and go home, win and live to fight another day in the lower bracket to hopefully make it to the upper bracket, lower bracket and upper bracket finals. So we'll see how it shakes out here in the pistol round. Xeno on the T side. They've got themselves a couple of flashes, one they've used and 2 decoys. And the number 7 man has already come out mid with CT smoked off. It's looking like they're going to try a mid to B play, but that same position. Wow, we saw that in the previous matchup. I think it was, I can't remember who it was that got the frag from that position, but Zox, or Zoc, however you say this guy, he picks up 2 easy frags from behind the terrace, and wow, that was just a massacre of Xeno. Yeah,
that was great. They were pretty confident, I think, of players going lower, and so they threw that nade out there at a calculated time. They had one player close left door, so I don't know, and then your player back plat to take the attention away from him ended up working out perfectly, and they just hit their shots and just destroyed them. So that was really good setup for them on against the mid to B.
And on the back of that win, of course, we'll see the buy up for Revenge. They got 2 M4s actually. 3 FAMASs. And this time it looks like Xeno has staged the bomb up in B tunnels. Looking like they might try the same thing here again, a split B take. And it actually looks like Revenge is guessed right as they're stacking B with 3 right now.
Yeah, again, just the easier, with A, you don't need 3 people there to defend against rushes because you got so much distance that it's really easy to get a pick fall off or get multiple picks. And so to put an extra man at mid or an extra man at B on these save rounds is a lot better. It's so much easier to get the bomb down if you aren't able to mow everyone down as soon as they come out of the tunnels or out of mid.
And then a bit of a mistake there by Xeno, pushing through mid doors with the bomb. It's dropped now. The Citizen gets himself a free gun on Catwalk, picking up that M4.
Big gun too, a full M4.
Exactly, and he might just, it might be in his best interest just to try to save this here, as he's up against 4 CTs. One of them wounded, Bruno the Beast. Likely has that intel. And Bruno is the one that's closest to his field of view, but he's not going to press his luck and engage. He's got 20 seconds left, and I do believe he's just going to try to hang on to this gun.
Once they clear long here, they're going to know that he's on plat, and they just have to hunt him. Yeah, so that's why he felt they need to jump off.
I think that was probably the right play, but just couldn't pick up the frag. Good Citizen. Nice job by Warpath to get that FAMAS kill and retake that M4.
Yeah, it was smart how they did that. They knew that he was up on Cat, so they held it off. They pushed long, made sure he wasn't there. Once they cleared that, they just start rushing him. And by the time it was like close to the end of the round timer, so they could have had the opportunity to kill him after the timer, which would have been perfect. Yeah, and then he jumped off because he knew that was going to happen, so that was good. Now, that's a round there, another round for Revenge. Look strong. Xeno don't like to run through smokes here, but I think are going to. And have been strong with pistols, I think, but...
They've gotten into the site. They should be able to take down Pac, but no, nobody's able to shoot him from the side as he drops 2. Oh, man. Actually, no, he gets 1. MKNB gets 3 on the round, and that was just a wholly unsuccessful push by Xeno. And they've gone B 3 times now. Let's see if they mix it up in the gun round.
Whenever I stand back there, I get destroyed. But maybe I'm just not moving enough or something.
You're kind of in a precarious position there if they do get through doors and your initial spray down is on, if you only get one of them.
Yeah, for sure. You just get your teammate to flash on the door, they come in and assist you, you get to reload and maybe buy yourself a little bit more time, but yeah, pretty standard B rush meta.
Definitely is. This time, going to slow it down. They got guns in their hands.
World has an
stage up at Palm.
And they're keeping the same setup that they did in the previous 2 rounds. Just play 2 mid. I think they don't want to give up mid control too much. Maybe they feel like Xeno are going to try to go for mid control and want to fight for it. And Revolt with an up, I think, gives them a little bit of an advantage if they want to peek it, because now you can hold that angle. Once he takes a shot, they're not going to peek that anymore. But until then, he might actually peek it. Oh.
Yeah, let's take a look. What's Revolt doing? He's just kind of watching that corner through double doors. He's got the bomb in his hand at Catwalk. But wisely, I was about to say wisely, Pac not peeking, but he's thinking about it.
He doesn't know there's an op there.
Yeah, they haven't gotten that intel yet.
Oh, wow. Jumped off Cat too early.
Oh no, MKNB in great position. He gets 2 from behind as Pross gets the trade out, but Pac trades him out. So now it's just up to Max. He's nowhere near the bomb. It's dropped at mid double doors, and he's up against 3 basically fully stacked counter-terrorists with 20 seconds on the clock. This is going to be a losing venture for him, but it does look like he's actually going to go for it. There's the stack in CT. Sees Warpath, brings him down to 17 HP. Bruno the Beast is going to try his hand at it as Warpath repeaks, picking up the headshot. And Revenge Esport will be up 4-0 on CT side.
Yeah, they had the better setup there to stop the mid to B play, and Xeno weren't able to get information that there was anyone playing close door, and so they kind of fell for that. Like when they walked into B on that pistol round, it was kind of the same thing, right? You had a player at back plat to take attention away from a player who might be close left. Another situation where they weren't sure if they were going to play 2 players there, and they ended up doing it. So he did a really good job with this spray down, just getting down 2 players who weren't looking at him, and they shut down that mid to B pretty easily. But Fender jumped off of Cat before the smoke had plumed, and that was a big deal because he ended up getting killed by our player left mid.
Yeah, big time mistake is here comes another B rush for Xeno, this time much more successful than last. They got the bomb planted, but Warpath quick on the rotate, gets 2 from the window.
Those are important.
This is going to make it a much easier retake as Citizen is actually going to come storming out of the window and get 2 of his CZ, bringing it down to just MKNB.
He knows where they both are. Oh, nice.
And Xeno gets on the board in a save rush on B. Really?
Yeah, I mean they saw that previous round. They were able to get in B, and they just weren't able to hit their shots. So, but they weren't getting sprayed down in the tunnels or anything too early. So they just decided to do it again, and it worked. And the same failed to the same misability to be able to spray them down happened, and they weren't able to take 2 or 3 out. Warpath did a good job getting 2, but ultimately could not capitalize fully.
Yeah, it was really nicely done by Xeno. Obviously some mistakes on Revenge's side, but a couple of crucial plays, particularly that 2K from Citizen with his CZ once they took the site to kind of eliminate any possibility of a retake and allow them to get the bomb planted. So here in another gun round, Xeno has the man advantage after 2 frags. Revolt picks up 1 with his op, and they're actually going to reverse, take the bomb back through T-spawn.
Citizen's going to walk out long.
And MKNB is in great position to decapitate him if he decides to do so. And we've seen Xeno fail to check corners. No, they check it this time, and Citizen wins that engagement. MKNB can't connect with that frag, so it'll be up to the number 3 man, Bruno the Beast. Although he is in no man's land with that op, he probably should have fell back to a better defensive position. He's able to get 1, but traded out, as Pac is the LMS for Revenge Esport, and he likely will not contest this as the bomb will get easily planted at A. I stand corrected. It looks like he actually is going to come up catwalk. Take a look at their money. He's got a decent amount, but his teammates not so much. So probably in his interest to save, decides not to. Pross makes him pay for it. Xeno gets 2 in a row.
Yeah, he definitely wanted to save because that would have made the difference between able to buy this round or buy and really have to force. He would have had a gun, I think, would have been probably able to drop 2 players, and everyone could have armored up. But instead, they're saving.
Yeah, and this is looking kind of similar to our previous match where it looked lopsided to start and we might be in for a blowout, but Xeno seems to be adapting here. We'll see if they can keep this trend going. Obviously, advantageous situation now. They should be able to make it 4-3 off the back of this save for Revenge Esport. And they're getting intel that B is kind of open, but the bomb is actually staged back at Suicide. Revolt seems to be the bomb carrier with the op. And here comes a rush. MKNB picks up with a headshot onto Max at catwalk. He didn't even see that coming. So nice opening frag on the save for Revenge. Picking off the isolated man at catwalk.
They weren't able to get a gun, though.
And that's has huge implications, obviously. You know, it's good to drop the gun, but it doesn't help you so much unless you can pick it up. So it does look like they are still committed to Cat as Pross is in great position to pick up the 2 pushing from long. He does so easily. Warpath, he does drop the op. But Fender, with the trade out, he's able to get the bomb picked up. So Pac, again, the last man standing for Revenge, and he's caught in middle with just his pistol. Citizen closes him out quickly. It's now 4-3, and I think we'll have another gun round. We will. They do have plenty of money to do Revenge. So we'll have to see if Xeno can even it up here and keep this momentum going.
Well, they don't want to op. Okay. I guess, I don't know, just I can't recognize any operas on their team. One thing that's interesting is MKMB was playing mid one round and then holding the long flank the next round. And I wonder where he's going to go.
He's been moving around a lot. Kind of a chess piece, I guess, for Revenge. It's a good point. Let's see where he's going this round. Looks like he's going to long again. And this time...
How'd that nade not do any damage? That's weird.
Yeah, it looks like more slow play again. Xeno realizing that Revenge has guns. You got the bomb staged up at Palm. They've got one peeking in mid. It's Fender just watching that angle, waiting for someone to peek so we can get some intel. But Revenge, one thing you can say about them is they're very patient. And you take a look at their ping. That probably has a good... it has a lot to do with it. You kind of have to play somewhat... Well, not have to, but... You want to play smart. We've seen them play the possum position a lot, just kind of hoping that Xeno doesn't check corners, and it's worked for them several times, but in the past few rounds we've seen Xeno be a little more diligent about checking their corners, which has fared very well for them, and it looks like just the fast peaks with their ping advantage is paying off. We'll see if they keep leveraging that as this match moves forward.
They're feeling the cat play here.
Revolt point man with the op. Again, Revenge doesn't really want to peek out. Now looking full on mid to B with 4 of them going mid, but that's a good counter flash. Only able to get 1 frag. But Max coming from tunnels picks up Bruno to Beast from behind, so they'll have control of the B site. They will get it planted. And MKNB and Warpath have their work cut out for them. Likely will just save. They do have kits. But yeah, they're definitely in save mode here. So Xeno will tie it up off this round. They got some momentum going here.
Yeah, doing a good job so far. They've pulled together, I think, more rifle rounds than Revenge has, as Revenge has won the pistol round. And so Revenge has a lot to prove it. That's a nice shot. They've definitely won less, I think, important rounds overall. And they're not really able to stop any plays for the last 3. So... that means the momentum's going to be seriously favoring Xeno, and losing that gun means that they're going to be on a save again.
They may lose another one. They do. Cannot save any guns, and like you said, Launders, on the save. They might have been able to buy if they were able to hold those 2 guns, but
yeah, they could
not
drop
in the
2.
cards for them.
Yeah, important, very important. Wow, they've got really high ping. I wonder where they're playing from.
Yeah, I'm guessing maybe a South American team, something like that. I'm not entirely sure. Maybe if someone in chat could let us know, we would appreciate it. But all tied up, and like you said, I believe Xeno winning more important rounds thus far. And it all started with that eco round win, that rush to B, which kind of opened the floodgates for them as we see MKNB again. Xeno not checking their corners when they come through the doorways. And MKNB, that's like the 3rd time he's done that.
They had Warpath run in front of the door so that they would... and then run in front of the door and then run away so that they thought he was the only one out there. And it just becomes natural not to peek your close left on the assumption that you're not playing too long and one's already.
You know what happens when you make assumptions, Launders. Make an ass out of you and me. Yeah. As MKNB has fallen back to the pit position. Ross with the jumping wiggle shot brings him down. So they've evened it up, but they've actually, Revenge is able to pick up 1 AK, but that AK now gets dropped. So Warpath, the only one still alive on the CT side, but he picks up Prost with that Candy Apple 5.7. But final engagement goes to Fender, just too strong with that AK, and he picks up the op for his trouble. Close round, very close, particularly since Revenge was saving, but Xeno eking it out.
Yeah. Now this is going to be a pivotal round, like for me. They've just to see if Revenge have something in store, and they're buying an auto sniper, so that tells me they have something different in mind. I wonder if Bruno is going to be playing A so they can play 2-1-2 to defend against these B plays. And is that, where is he? No, he's playing in B with it. Okay, another way. That's another way to deal with a mid to B.
Indeed. That's a great way to deal with a mid to B. Assuming you hit your shots, we'll have to see. It definitely looks like Xeno wants to go B. They've got the bomb staged up there. Probably another split. Although it might be good for them to just go straight out of tunnels. Is there. Now they've got the intel that the auto sniper is at back plat at B. They might rethink this B take off of that frag.
Yeah, because now there are 3 rifles in an op, and lack of mobility here can make the difference. But it's going to depend on if they get a pick or not.
This is a crucial round, though, like you said, Launders. I mean, Xeno 5 in a row after Revenge went up 4-0. They need to get back on the board here.
Mm-hmm.
And hopefully, if Xeno decides to come through double doors, they don't make another mistake and let MKNB get an easy frag by not checking that corner. It's looking like they want to come through the doors. They're just trying to decide when to make that move. Here it comes. Will they check the corner? They do! And they pick up the frag. But Warpath is in good position to get the trade out. So now it's going to be up to that auto. Oh, excuse me. He is brought down already. So just one CT in the vicinity. And he is dropped. So just by the skin of their teeth do Xeno make it into the site and get the bomb planted. This is actually doable by Pac in a 2-on-1 scenario because he's got 2 flashes, full health, and a kit. But he's looking like he's just going to move. Look at this! Fender not even watching the window. Big time mistake. I'm not sure why he was exposed there. Just that was a easy retake for Pac, largely due to the mistakes that Xeno made with their positioning.
That made no sense sitting there when your teammate was at the door and you know that he's out mid. Or I guess they didn't know he was out mid, but he could have played behind single box right in the back of plat, not been exposed to window, and still been able to watch upper B, and also wouldn't have had to show his whole body sitting in the middle of the site. So, yeah.
it was strangely odd. I'm sure Pac was a little surprised too to come through window and see him just staring at tunnels like that. It's just easy. It's a gimme right there if you've ever had one in this game.
Sure.
So Revenge eSports gets back on the board. Xeno did get the plant, and they had plenty of money, so they did rebuy. Revenge will need to pick up a couple of rounds, I would think, to force Xeno on the save, but all knotted up. 5-5 here on Dust 2, and looking like Xeno wants to go long to A. Bruno the Beast picking up that headshot on the Citizen with that quick peek.
See, that's what you need to do. Like, they had 3 players in CT. They needed to boost 2 up on plat as soon as possible. They did it. But now they're still losing trades to players at long who haven't pushed up, which is a mistake.
Yeah, just a bunch of quick solo engagements there. Brings it to a 3-on-2 in favor of Xeno, though Revolt pretty wounded. Nice nade, picking up Revolt as soon as I say that, as Pac drops Max with that headshot, threading the needle through the smoke. Prost does have the bomb, but he's kind of in a precarious position. I think he can get the plant off, but he doesn't have the intel we have. He doesn't have X-ray vision. He knows they're close, but I like the way Revenge is playing this. There's the molly to prevent the push from Cat, but he's misguessing as to how close they are. Now he's going to commit to the plant and likely back off to play Goose. Although, no, he may drop to ramp. He's going to stay on the site. Not a good spot to be in because he's going to get sandwiched just like he is right now.
Oh, we ran out of bullets. Oh, wow.
Oh, wow. Zoc closing the gap, closing the distance, and getting the headshot with his pistol.
It was a good effort, though.
It was a nice try, very nice try. He almost got that frag, but just nicely played by Revenge on that pincer retake. So Revenge gets 2 more in a row to retake the lead. Nice job by them.
I just put a grape in my mouth right when I was supposed to analyze.
Well, we all know how fond you are of eating on stream. You gotta get it in when you can.
Okay, so really good for Revenge. They pulled off the last 2 rounds, looking all of a sudden really strong again. And now the ball's in Xeno's court. What are they gonna do to respond to the fact that they just had a huge comeback, but then blew 2 rounds, even though the last one was really close? I feel like they came close to it by doing a lot of work mid-round, getting picks, getting the early man advantage, but then before they could get the bomb down, Revenge were able to capitalize on the confusion and take down 2 players and even it up. We got a similar setup from Revenge where they've got 2 players long, 2 players watching mid, and 1 player in B. This time no auto sniper. I'm not sure that was integral. I think what's integral and stopping the mid to Bs is if you're going to have 2 players at mid, kill at least 2 people, which I don't think they were able to do.
Yeah, I think he got just the one. And then he tried to rotate to window from back plat, and I think got shot from the guy coming from upper. So definitely a losing investment in that respect, given that they put so much money on the table for that auto and only got one frag out of it and lost the round. So yeah, opting to not go for that this time around. Probably didn't have the money for it either way. And it's definitely... Well, actually, it's looking like they're going to try to pull a fake off here, Xeno, as they're sending a guy into the A side. Bruno the Beast takes him down. But let's see if they check this corner. Again, they do. Max, smart. He's learning from his mistakes, or his team's mistakes. I'm not sure if it's him who hasn't been checking the corners, but they will get control of the B side. They'll get the bomb planted, but it's a 2-on-3 scenario. They have 2 kits, do revenge, so I would think they're going to go for this retake.
Yeah. We're even going to see 3 rifles here, which is definitely the smart thing to do. Whoa! That flash hit him, and he just shot him anyways.
Oh, Revolt missing that op shot. That's a mistake, but Max picks up 1.
Huge
And a
round.
3rd. Doesn't even need help from the op.
That was a huge round by Max.
Gets the 4K. I believe he got the entry into the site and then the 3 kills to hold off the retake. I mean, doesn't get much better than that, short of the ace.
Yeah, for sure. Like, it just seems like everybody today is really susceptible to mid to Bs, even with the appropriate setup. So I feel like it's not that hard. You know, once players are out the door, to throw your counter flashes, you know, once they're out the door and they're counter flashed, it should be over for them, but they're not able to time them right, I feel like, and that's what's costing them a lot of the rounds. Now Revenge are back on a save, and they haven't put a player in B, so it's a free plant for them.
Yeah, Xeno rolling right into the site. Revenge gambling on the save. Guessed wrong, so it'll be a free plant, like you said, for Xeno. Looking to retake the lead here. It's been a back-and-forth matchup thus far in this half, very much so, although started firmly in the control of Revenge as they started out 4-0. Then Xeno, I think, rattled off, I want to say 5 in a row, maybe 6. And now coming back into things as Revenge, kind of a back-and-forth engagement. But we've got Bruno and Warpath still alive, just with their pistols in hands, probably looking for exit kills here. And I think they'll see Fender. Here he comes. He'll take out Warpath. While his teammate Citizen drops Bruno to Beast. Xeno back in the lead by 1.
Yeah, those weren't so important to get those skills. They didn't have any equipment value, I think, at all. So, whatever. Ultimately, they're going to be buying this round. And in Op on Bruno, in Op on Revolt, who hasn't been doing too well with it, I'm not sure. Well, they just picked it up, right? So I guess it's fine that they have it. Ooh, through the smoke. Sits on the nade, though.
Max is definitely starting to heat up.
Yeah, that was a good pick.
Great opening frag by him, giving them that man advantage. Very important on the T side. And MKB, he likes playing these cubby spots, you know, hoping that they don't check the angle. Of course, again, a lot of that may be due to the ping disadvantage. But we'll see if Xeno decides to go B once again. The bomb is staged outside of B tons. Definitely looks like that's where they want to go. Here comes the mid to B. Citizen checking both corners and is able to drop Pac with that shot.
And there it is, mid to B. There's a lot of pressure on MKMB to get a pick. Oh, misses spray, doesn't have a lot of bullets. Oh! That was a good pick.
Yeah, nicely done. Kind of smart, intuitive game sense to check double doors and pick up that frag, but getting traded out. So now the bomb will be planted again at B. It's a 2-on-2, excuse me, now a 2-on-1.
Oh, why did he rotate all the way out through tons? He had a good flank.
Yeah, perhaps a bit of miscommunication there for Revenge eSport, who's played pretty disciplined so far, so it's surprising to see that. You know, early on it was more Xeno making mistakes of not checking their corners like they should, and now they're looking a bit more disciplined.
Yeah, it does seem like that. And another save here for Revenge, so possibly a 6-9-half. No one's got an E-code in this game. Actually, Xeno did pull off an eco, I think, to start off their comeback.
Yeah, they did, exactly.
Eco, yeah.
That was their first round win, actually.
But not one for Revenge yet, so not likely that they'll be able to pull one off now, though we have some armor, a scout, and 5.7s.
Yeah, definitely investing in the final round of the half. Revenge eSports trying to salvage what they can and make it an 8-7 half, which I think they'd be happy with if they're able to pull that off. And here comes the rush into the B site. Bruno trying to make a stand with the scout. He does. He gets 2. One of them while flashed.
Whoa! He's hitting everyone, dude.
This is insane. He almost hit the jumping shot, but not quite. So now it's just Revolt. He's got the bomb. He's got time, so he's actually thinking about rotating towards A, but...
This is what Revenge are good at doing. They know that... Remember when he was up on A plat that one round, and they played like all the way down on Cat because they knew he was going to go for a pick before he went for anything else?
Right, yes, playing slow and disciplined in these man advantage scenarios. Even though they don't have the equipment advantage, you know, they're rocking the pistols, but they do have armor, so they play this smart. They should be able to win this and make it an 8-7.5. There it is, Warpath getting the frag. It will be 8-7.
One tap.
Very nicely done. CEVO one tap, folks. So we'll kick off the second half. Much like the first game, 8-7, although I think it was 8-7 in favor of the Terrorists, if I'm correct, right? In the previous game?
Yeah, that's right. So, yeah, because they came back from 6-0, and then, yeah, they actually came out ahead in the half, so a little bit different there. But, yeah, so it'll come down to the pistol, right? A lot of this will come down to the pistol once again. But ultimately, I have no idea. I don't know. I think Revenge are probably going to do a little bit better on T than they would on CT. Well, we find that South American teams, if this is one, play like hyper aggressive, and that can be a really big advantage for them.
Yeah, that peaker's advantage, right, with the high ping.
Yeah, that too. So we'll see.
So here we go, kicking off the second half. Thank you for joining us here on CEVO TV. Mess and Launders with you once again. This will conclude our evening, this second half, and we'll see how things shake out. It was pretty back and forth in the previous game. The first half of this one was definitely back and forth, obviously ending as close as humanly possible in a half. But this pistol round will be very telling as to how things shake out moving on here in the second half. It's looking like a split A take for Revenge eSports. As here comes three of them long, but from the car position, Citizen is able to get one. The number 7 man is the only one still defending at the A site as he loses his life. And the bomb, I think it got dropped from CT spawn onto the A site somehow? Or did he toss it up there? I didn't see.
Later. I don't know either. Cross got a pretty good frag there from CT on a player crossing, I think.
I guess that's what happened. The bomb carrier was crossing, Prost got the frag, and I think it somehow vaulted up onto the A site. Kind of a lucky bounce for Revenge there. What a nade by Pot, lands right on his beanbag.
I killed him with 83 health. Must have landed right on his feet.
Perfect nade.
Perfect. Perfect. Quake sounds, mess.
Perfect.
Perfect.
Double kill. Oh, sorry, that's UT.
And yeah, so big pistol puts them at a huge advantage. They're going pretty much all Galils here. Now, it's a really easy way to make sure that you clean it around, but if you play hyper-aggressive, you know, you can get punished quite often, but we've seen them play smart as well, you know, especially in those 2v1s and stuff like that, so that can be telling, and everyone's just a little bit more afraid of getting eco these days, so even those teams that just run out wild won't be so quick to do that against pistols, which are really, really strong in Go.
MKNB is cleaning shop in middle. He gets 3. 2 with the Galil, finishes the last with his pistol in lower tons. And on the backs of their fragging, really, Revenge winning that one pretty convincingly, although, again, Xeno on the save, so not too surprising there. Handling their business.
Xeno pretty good on the save. On CT, it's going to be a little bit more difficult to get anything done. I was surprised they got CZs. But, yeah, I mean, I'm just gonna wait and watch. Let's see what they could do.
And here come, well, it looks like they're gonna come storming through middle. They do. They're gonna meet MKNB in tunnel stairs. He is just on fire, but he might get shot in the back. Oh, he spun a little too far. Citizen last man standing. He gets that Galil from MKNB. He's up against 3 terrorists. He's actually checking B tons, but unfortunately for him, the bomb is headed the opposite direction to the A site. So this has definitely been kind of a close game so far, but Revenge doing what they needed to do off the back of that pistol round win and will likely make it a 10-8 start for this second half. Citizen actually doing a good job of dropping a few guns with his last stand, but ultimately getting taken out by Pac, so it will be 10-8 in favor of Revenge.
Yeah, what do you think right now? Do you think that Revenge are gonna run away with this? I feel like Xeno are gonna be able to get at least some rounds, if not
Now, I feel like
more.
it's going to be much like the previous match, where now that Xeno gets guns in their hands, they should be able to fare a bit better. Although they got to be careful, you know, like you said, Revenge is kind of hyper-aggressive South American team. They've got that ping disadvantage, so it could be it could be unorthodox and do some things that Xeno won't expect, which might throw them off. So we'll have to see. This is an important gun round, though.
Mm-hmm.
And it's looking like a stack on Cat for the CTs. We've got Fender pushing up. He's going to run into Warpath, and Warpath looked away at this exact wrong second. Turned back towards lower B, loses a life as a result. So Revenge eSports looking strong to start out this gun round in the second half. But not being overly aggressive, actually, off of that frag, is Pac picking up the spray-down headshot through the double doors. But look at Citizen. He's retaking that position at Cat, and he drops the bomb, so you're going to have to move quickly to pick it up. This is actually looking pretty good for Xeno, despite the opening frags that went to Revenge eSports. As the remaining two players are extremely wounded. MKNB down to 20.
I think this is a good play, taking it long as opposed to B. But they've got to hit a headshot here.
And here we go.
Oh,
Citizen.
no health too. Yeah,
Come on, man. You were in great position there to drop those two guys, and it doesn't even do any damage, doesn't look like. Can't get the cross as Prost drops him. And from distance, he does get the 2K. Very nicely done. Xeno holds fast to get back on the board here in the second half.
Yeah, that was the issue. They didn't have a long cross smoke or anything to really help them get across. Almost pulled it out, though. I think they could have definitely planned it for long in that situation. That both players are spotted, but unlikely they were going to get across with 20 health. Good effort, though. Now, Xeno won that, so that's a rifle round in their favor. It's going to make it pretty close, I feel like, in terms of how they feel and what the scores actually are. So I can't say who's winning this game right now.
Yeah, it really is neck and neck, much like the previous game, and kind of what we expect here on Dust. Bomb is staged up in the middle, and this time you take a look at the Xeno setup. They're definitely favoring the B side as they've got kind of a 2-on-2, but like I said, that swingman in mid is favoring B, although now he's rotating back towards CT as the double doors are smoked off, suspecting a cat push, which is exactly what Revenge is looking to do here. They've got 3 strong on Cat. The point man is Pac. He's going to drop over the top and get shot from behind by Max. Well read by the rotate, and Xeno is just massacring this push by Revenge. MKNB, the lurker, he's able to pick up the piercing headshot onto Revolt. But this should be a round victory for Xeno to tie it up. And like we said, Launders, just back and forth, man. Back and forth.
Yeah. Man, that jumping off Cat thing, I don't know if I ever really got it. Like, I feel like it worked for a while when people didn't expect it. When NIP was doing it, when Very Games were doing it. But I feel like that time's definitely passed. Like, it hasn't worked once this match. It didn't work once last match.
Yeah, that's a good point, actually.
It's supposed to be a surprise tactic, but if there's so much game tape on it, then it doesn't really work out, especially if you do it twice in one game.
And this time, Revenge on the save.
They left the bomb in.
What are they doing? And look at the number 5, man. He's got to go back and get it. Whoops. Sorry, forgot the bomb, guys. Definitely a mistake there. And they have dropped no guns. Yeah, definitely a mistake there, although not much you can really do on the eco, except hope to drop some guns. But that rush through mid was just, it was doomed from the start, I think, Launders.
Yeah, they had Glocks. They had gotten the bomb down, and, or I don't know if they had gotten the bomb down, but they definitely were able to buy it on a full save. So, Glocks versus armor, you got to hit someone 3 times in the head. It's just not, you're not thinking about winning the round. You're just thinking about trying to get the bomb down.
Revolt.
Oh.
The opening frag on a Bruno and a Beast. Nice headshot with that op. So back in another gun round. It's back and forth. Revenge eSports now down by 1. And they've actually got the bomb staged up at Suicide with the Op or Warpath who's just still kind of taking pot shots through middle, but it is smoked off. And you take a look at how Xeno is set up this time, looking more like a 1-2-2 with one man at B, back plat. That's number 8 man, Pros. They've got 2 in middle, but the double doors are still smoked off. And again, the number 7 man, Revolt, kind of getting an idea that he thinks they're going to come out double door smoke, which again, it looks like Revenge is looking to do. So they're kind of telegraphing to Xeno where they're deciding to go with some of their utility nades.
Yep, and just appropriate response. You know, not moving at all is kind of what we saw in the last match, and that was a big issue for them. But this is definitely the best way to hold off a cat long split. Now the issue is that no one is actually coming. Ooh, and Revolt's not able to get a frag, so that's going to be a big issue. So they've got 2 players at long, and a couple players coming around cat. Everyone's blind.
The entire server is blind, including the casters. As Max was in good position from ramp to lurk and get that frag, but the bomb does get planted. And unfortunately, the CTs are kind of spread out. They're not in a good position to make an adequate retake here. As Fender's coming from long. Ross is at catwalk. He gets dropped on the trade out. So Fender, it's all on him. He gets one. But look where Puck is. He is so far away. He's at catwalk. Oh, it is planned for cat, though. So he's in good. He doesn't hear it. Oh. There it is, getting the headshot. Fender, I think if he didn't fake that, he probably had it.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
But he doesn't know what we know.
Yeah, he had a little bit of time to think about a fake. The flash, I think, worked better than he expected, but he could have definitely just stuck that straight up. The flash hits you close enough to your face, you don't even hear the defuse, so Puck pretty much unsure of what he was doing entirely.
Yeah, nicely played. He did win the round. Unfortunately, Fender guessed a little wrong on that fake. As I said, I think if he had committed, Puck was so far down the steps of catwalk, he had a kid, he probably could have pulled it off. But again, hindsight is 20/20, and he certainly doesn't have X-ray vision like we had. So tied up at 11-11, just so back and forth. A lot of rounds being won, you know, somewhat sloppily due to some mistakes, but that's kind of what happens. I mean, you take what the other team gives you, as it looks like the mid to B is going to be successful this time. The bomb will get into the B bomb site, but they have to move quickly as already the rotate has come from CT spawn. 3-man strong. Right. Warpath comes storming out the window. Only gets 1 in the process, but the smokes are solid, which will force Xeno to back off. I'm not sure if they're going to go for the retake. Well, it looks like they are. Because you take a look at the number 5 man, he's in great position if they try to run away and save their gun, so they really should just go for this.
He's got way too much intel. Like, he could just push out doors behind them and win this game. Or win this round. Yeah, since they know they're both there, it's over.
And Fender tries to self-flash, and finally, just like you said, Launders, coming from behind with the lurk, getting the final kill. Revenge eSports back in the lead, but just by 1, and taking a look at the economy, I think Xeno definitely will be saving here. So Revenge likely should be able to pad their lead here.
That was a really strong mid to B. They did something really good there. There's a player in window challenging. I don't know who it was, but there's a player on Revenge eSports behind like the boards and just kind of shooting at him lightly, knowing that this guy was going to be spamming all his bullets trying to get 1 frag. And then when that player was done reloading, we had a player walk into the doors and just catch him reloading. And they pretty much just caught him without him being able to take a shot at all. So that was a good play there. Not playing for the kill, but playing for the trade kill. And ooh, that was a nice pick, wasn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, it was. On the save, though, Xeno not looking too solid here. Just looking to do some damage and hopefully drop a gun, but...
Cross almost dropped both of them, 3 and 4 health. That could have been a completely different round if he did.
And did I just see someone using an unsilenced USB?
Yeah, there's
I think I did.
There's someone taking this out, I'm not sure why.
That's a new one.
Doesn't improve your stat. The only stat I believe it improves is your jumping accuracy. I think.
So yeah, on the back of that save round win, Revenge up by 2 now. 13-11, but Xeno can afford guns. They are in dire straits. You take a look at their money. The max anyone has is $500, so they'll be saving again if they lose this round. And a huge clutch cargo round for them. They've got to pick this one up.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, otherwise, yeah, when you get to 14, you're really losing at that point. This is a really huge opportunity for them to win this round. They need to do it to make this a 16-14 game either way. Otherwise, Revenge will probably run away with it. And the fact that this is a buy round on the back of the fact they had to save. They're going to have to save again. So,
And it looks like Revenge is just really staying vanilla with their playbook, doing pretty much exactly what they've done in some of the previous gun rounds, with smoking off the double doors, then moving up the cat. And of course, Xeno has read that pretty well as Max rotated to the elevator position to pick up that frag as he gets a second as someone comes over the top. Warpath is able to drop one with the op, but Citizen, Johnny on the spot to get the trade out. And yeah, I'm seeing a little bit of lag here. I wonder if that's, yeah, maybe that's MK and B.
yeah.
Let me go to Fender. Yeah, he looks smooth, so I think he's just experiencing some lag, unfortunately.
Holy crap.
Really strong round win by Xeno, only losing one player in the process. It was Max who got a 2K. He's bringing it within one when they needed it most.
They're really hunting the trades that round, jumping off of Cat, and just not doing it at all. So they took a huge risk and it didn't pay off. Now, it's 13-12. I think if they really need to recognize the fact that that round would have probably ensured their victory. Now gives a huge advantage to Xeno, but their Xenos are still behind, and Revenge are still able to win this round. So this round might be just as important, but more important for Xeno than it is for Revenge, or was last round actually. This round is super important for both of them.
Yeah, and it's kind of interesting. The tale of this match so far has been neither team able to gain a strong foothold over the other as the spray.
What?
Successful for Revolt. He got a little greedy, though, trying to chase to get the third. He gets taken out as a result.
Why throw your mid to B smoke out of the door? I don't.
Yeah, that's there's a lot of easier ways to throw the smoke where you don't expose yourself.
It's like the one smoke everyone knows.
Yeah, even I know that smoke, and I'm terrible at this game. So yeah, Xeno looking to even things up on this round.
Oh, if he threw that nade properly.
Whoa, he brought Prost down to 13 HP. But flanked from behind by Fender, tied it up here. Man, what a game. Just back and forth, but it's not like it's all that. I don't want to be too disparaging. It's just they're not convincing. It's not impressive. It's just kind of a mess, to quote myself. You know.
Yeah, like some rounds go really well, and then it's like, well, what happened to you last round? And you come into this round, but they are on a save now. Xeno obviously have an advantage here. I guess there's more to say about their defense at this point, but yeah, this is going to bring the game to 14, and Revenge are going to have an opportunity to win without having it to tie. But they're going to be playing from behind at that point.
And again, Revenge coming up catwalk. It seems to be their favorite place to go, and Xeno is keyed into that fact as they just mow him down here on the save. And that touchdown nade lands right on Warpath's chest. Xeno retaking the lead with that anti-eco win.
So that's going to be a full buy. Not much to say except whoever wins this round, I don't think necessarily wins the game, but yeah, it's the momentum's just a little bit back on Xeno's side. The economy is obviously favoring Xeno, which is more important also for the CTs. So it's just totally balanced. The issue is that Revenge without this round win aren't going to be able to buy next.
Yeah, and that could be the backbreaker. So hugely important as MKNB just unfortunately looks like a comic book character lagging through the server. He gets headshot by Revolt as Max backs off and picks up a headshot onto Warpath. The two-man advantage in favor of Xeno. And Revenge eSports just unfortunately seems out of ideas. And I think you made a good point, Launders. Even though Revenge was able to pick up the pistol round. Oh, nice shot by Bruno on a Pross. Perhaps I spoke too soon. There's only one defender left at the B side. It's Max, who's rotated over there from his frag in middle. And his teammate, Revolt, is still watching mid double doors. And this favors the terrorists because given that Xeno only has 3 players, they have to split up. They've got to play the...
No, Xeno have 4.
Ooh.
No, it's Revenge who have 3. Or did.
And off of that frag, we're going to move into middle, and the bomb is now isolated. Bruno the Beast. This is probably going to be it. He's going to try and run to save his gun, and they're on the full hunt. That's smart for Xeno. They definitely want to close this out and not allow him to save this. They know he's low on money. The entire team is low on money. He's going to drop a smoke for himself but get flanked. Xeno 1 round away from winning this matchup in, I guess, sloppy fashion. That's really the only way we can say it.
And Prost has got an auto sniper. We do have Galil buys out. So there's potential to win this round, you know, on the back of mistakes from Xeno. And Zoc is just going to go ahead and snot Galil. For the sake of having nades, it can make sense, you know, the utility nades, at least one player having them can be really important. Having a smoke late in the round, you know, for that long cross, for example, when we saw that situation occur, or something like that, even giving up a rifle for that sake can actually make a big difference. Oh, and again, walking out mid to B with the smoke in his hand, but looking to act on this pressure that they put on early, and are able to do it.
Yeah, some of the careless things that they do, it's weird to see them work. The auto sniper from Pross on the flank picks up 3, and it's all down to Pac with his Galil. He gets erased from play by Citizen, and Xeno wins it 16-3. And I thought Revenge might have actually picked up that round. We could have been going to overtime if they got that. Unfortunately for them, that auto sniper was just too strong from Pross to close out.